Hello everyone, Mastermind SD here, and welcome to my top 10 villains in video games list. Now, please remember, this is my opinion, so don't get butthurt if you don't like it. So, let's get this underway. So, taking number 10 spot is Chaos from the Skylanders series. Chaos is a villain who is quite comical, and is often not taken very seriously, but what makes him a good villain, and slightly annoying, is that he always finds a way to return. The reason he is at number 10 is because Chaos is a character that gets old quite quickly, but not less than he's fun. He's one of the more light-hearted villains on this list. Taking number 9 is Saren Nefarious from the Mass Effect, the original one. Saren is the main villain in the original Mass Effect game. Saren was a Spectre who went rogue. What makes Saren such a great villain is that he is completely unpredictable and is always in the shadows, like planning everything. Also, what makes Saren such a great villain is that the player can feel sympathy as he tries to come back from control from the Reapers by the end of the game, but unfortunately, it's too late. But the emotion that Saren brings across is superb. Number 8, Alduin, Skyrim. Alduin, also known as the Well Eater, is the main villain in Skyrim. It can be argued that there are other main villains in Skyrim, but Alduin is seen as the biggest threat, in my opinion. What makes Alduin such a great villain is his presence, as you don't see him for much of the game as you get distracted by other things. It is a Bethesda game after all. But it's the fact that there's always a threat from another one of his dragons that makes him such a great villain. Plus, intimidation Alduin brings across when speaking is unreal. Number 7, The Emperor, Star Wars The Force Unleashed, PSP. The Emperor is one of my favourite movie/game villains. He takes the 7th spot for a simple reason: his power in the final boss fight. Before fighting him, he sends Darth Vader upon you, but the show really starts when the Emperor fights you. His sheer power is immense, and his laugh while fighting is chillin'. He is just a great villain, and the way that he runs things in the Empire is amazing. Number 6, The Arbiter, Reaper Morami, Halo Wars. Halo Wars is without a doubt one of the best ever Halo games ever made. Its format is completely different to that of the other games, and it is fun. But one of the best things about Halo Wars is the story and the villains. Reaper Morami takes this spot for one simple reason: he's a complete badass and doesn't care about anyone else, and was a brutal leader. He was very violent and easily angered. However, his arrogant personality would eventually destroy him, and he was killed, possibly in the most unsatisfying way ever. A knife to the neck. Talk about underkill. Number 5, Vaas, Far Cry 3. Vaas takes the number 5 spot for one simple reason yet again: he's fucking mental. Vaas is possibly the craziest villain on this list, and that's what makes him such a good villain. The pure emotional speeches he brings across and anger makes Vaas one of the best villains of all time. He's just crazy, and that's why he takes number 5. Number 4, Tartarus, Halo 2. Tartarus comes from a race of brutes, and is possibly the most bloodthirsty on this list. His get things done quickly and with ease tactics is one of the many great things about Tartarus. Tartarus is a powerhouse, was even able to take the elite's place in protecting the prophets, something that I find very impressive, especially considering his race isn't all smart. Number 3, Giovanni, Pokemon Red and Blue. Giovanni is one of the most mysterious villains on the list, and not much is actually known about him, even though he's been around probably the longest. But one of the most powerful. Giovanni ran a criminal empire, Team Rocket, hid the brains and the brawn. He was always rather threatening, and the power of his Pokemon always used to make me worry whether I was ready and able to defeat him. He was a great childhood villain and one of the most famous. Number 2, Handsome Jack, Borderlands series. Handsome Jack is one of the best written villains of all time. He has one of the coolest origin stories ever, and is the definition of evil. What makes Jack such a good villain is that he doesn't know he is one. Judd believes he's the good guy and that he is saving lives, when in fact he's doing the opposite. Judd manages a whole evil company and he has some of the best character moments ever in a video game. He kills some of the most beloved characters, and honestly, it's just mental. He even wears a mask of his old face when it was burnt off. He's just incredible. Number 1, The Mastermind, Scooby-Doo, Night of the Hundred Fries. Now, I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, but I really don't care. This one is personal to me, and, you know. Now, The Mastermind takes the number 1 spot for many reasons. One of the reasons is because of how much he wants to get rid of Scooby and the gang. He spends the whole game trying to stop you and nearly succeeds. He managed to take over the whole mansion and land. He's one of the smartest villains, as he always in the background, putting all the pieces together in his plans. And he brings back all of Scooby's past villains and uses it in one of the most cleverest ways. He creates fear itself. And finally, has one of the best boss battle themes ever. Now, I'll try to play a little bit if I can. And also, just to add on, he's voiced by the legendary Tim Curry. Well, thanks for watching. And remember, this is my personal opinion, so don't get butthurt over it. I'd really appreciate if you liked and subscribed. This is one of my first videos. I'm going to try this out. So, yeah. Cheers, guys. Wagwan!